I'm MJ, and this is MJ Does Movies. So this week we're reviewing the new Bourne film. So this is the fifth entry in the Bourne franchise. We started off with the Bourne Identity, and then we had the Bourne Supremacy, and then we had the Bourne Ultimatum, and then we had the Bourne Legacy. It's all so epic. So what did they call this new entry in the Jason Bourne series? Why don't we call it Jason Bourne? Seriously, that's what you're going to go with? Okay. So it's kind of like a Rocky Balboa thing, yeah? And they remind you of that by having him just running around boxing for the first 10 minutes of the movie. So what's the story? So since the last movie, and I imagine whilst Jeremy Renner was running around doing a terrible job trying to take over the franchise, Jason Bourne has been just living out in Greece, punching people in the head to earn money and using his government skills just to survive. So Julia Stiles breaks into like a government system and uncovers a lot of information about Jason Bourne and the truth that we thought we already knew but we didn't, and so she heads off to Greece to find him, and she does, and then some stuff goes down and Jason Bourne is back, and he's back in the game. That's kind of the setup for the movie. I can't really say any more than that because there's a huge spoiler about 15 minutes in. So from that point on, this film splits into a load of different kind of tangents. There's a bunch of different stories going on. There's a story about this new technical advisor they've brought in, and she's like, I'm the best there is, I'll find you Julia Stiles, I'll find you, this guy, I'll fucking find you Jason Bourne, I'll do it. There's also a kind of storyline that kind of mirrors Apple about this program called Deep Dream, and Tommy Lee Jones has had some kind of to do with this. He wants to use it so they can spy on other people. And then on top of that, Jason Bourne is also coming to get people because he wants to know the truth again. So as usual, what I'll do is I'll talk about what I didn't like, I'll talk about what I did like, and I'll talk about the overall experience and whether it was bad or good. I don't know why that's confusing, but that's how I approach it. This is kind of the first problem with the film. At this point, this is the third movie where they go, you thought you knew everything, Jason Bourne, but you didn't know this. Haha! 3 movies in, we get it. I feel like there should have been a better reason to bring Jason Bourne back, just to like, there's some more information that you didn't know after last time when you found out information that you thought you knew but you didn't really know. It's definitely treading the same water, and I thought when they were bringing Jason Bourne back it was going to be something a bit bigger, like a new direction for the franchise, and it kind of really is just exactly the same thing. You could paste it onto the end of Bourne Ultimatum and just say, oh, Bourne Ultimatum was really long. Another problem is, and I wanted to talk about this for a while, the last 6 or 7 weeks that I've been reviewing these, because usually what I do is I only go and see films that I know I definitely want to see. Like, until I started reviewing, I didn't go to the cinema that often, probably about once, maybe twice a month, but now I kind of go every week, and I go to see films that I wouldn't normally go to watch at the cinema. I'd normally watch them at home. What I've noticed is that I sit down with my coffee and my sweets. I am going somewhere with this. About just after the middle of the second act, I started to notice this lull where everything really drops off, not in terms of story, and it feels like these films start treading water. It happened in Star Trek, Conjuring 2 really badly, Ghostbusters, and it happened in this, and that's just as my sugar crash is coming in from eating all my sweets. I suddenly find myself like drifting off because there's nothing engaging me on the screen. This is like the 7th time now that this has happened in a row. Hollywood films now are like 2 and a bit hours long. They're all at half an hour too long, and it's this fucking lull in the middle. Just get rid of it. It's terrible. And Jason Bourne is guilty of exactly the same thing. And I felt myself like drifting off, like, what have I missed? And literally nothing. I've missed nothing. The film had just been treading water. Everyone was still at the same goals. No new information had been released. The next thing is the action in it. This weird camera thing they do. You know what I mean? The camera's doing this, and then it's going It's a little bit dated now. I know the Bourne was one of the first things to really bring that into the mainstream in terms of Hollywood films. Now it feels really cheap. It looks really cheap. It feels like we're watching a TV show rather than a Hollywood movie. And when they're shooting action now, they're getting really close. They're like, whoa! So you can't really fucking see what's going on. That's like a cheap trick when you're on low budget stuff, because you don't have a lot of time to shoot the action, so you just have to kind of shoot it vaguely. But on big budget stuff, that just shouldn't be happening. In car chases, that shouldn't be happening. Aside from that, all the performances are really good. Matt Damon is really good. I really enjoyed him in this. Julia Stiles is really good. There's a new girl. I feel like I should probably know who she is, but I don't. Sue me. Tommy Lee Jones is good, but again, he's just kind of replacing, I think it was Brian Cox in the originals. I might be wrong. But yeah, everyone gives a good performance. It's just more of the same though. At this point, if you like Bourne films, you're going to like this. And if they don't really do it for you, you know, you're probably going to be bored, or you're probably not going to enjoy it as much. I mean, I quite like the original trilogy, so I thought this was pretty good. Legacy was terrible. At least we're back with the original Jason Bourne now, and not the Hawkeye supremacy, or whatever that was. I thought it was worth a watch. I'm not sure it's worth a cinema watch. It's probably a home video watch. So that was my review of Jason Bourne. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe below. Until next time, don't say goodbye. Just say, good journey. And if you enjoyed this video, you can watch some more right here, right now. It's so hot, like, I can't, why?